Yo guys, what is up? It's Val, and today I'm going to be doing a tag video because I feel like you guys don't really know me that well, so I decided I would do one because also the get to know me video, my very first one, is very scattered and you mainly just hear stories about me, not really stuff about me, so this tag video is specifically the Pokemon tag because it's one of my major things about me. I love Pokemon. I've always had ever since I was a little kid. Even though it came out in 1997, I was born in 1996, I loved it and I still love it. I mean, like, I have a poster on my wall and I have the whole first season on DVD courtesy of my brother, but I have it and I have almost every single movie from first season to the AG, like advanced generation. I just don't have any beyond it because it's hard to find them now. I just thought it'd be best to do a tag video on one of my major qualities and what I mainly am about. I'm big on fandoms, like it's not just Pokemon, but this is one of my biggest one. I even have a side Tumblr blog about Pokemon. I'm not gonna give it to you, but I'm just letting you know. So the first question is, what is your favorite Pokemon type? So mine would have to be either fire or dragon. I cannot choose between the two, but I just like the fire types, especially the starters. I feel like they're more creative with the fire type starters. I don't know why, I just feel like they are than the other ones. But even though I always chose Bulbasaur in the first games, I'm really weird. Second question, what is your favorite region? And my favorite region would definitely have to be Hoenn. I don't know why. I just like Hoenn so much better than all the others. I mean, like, I love all regions, especially Sinnoh, since it kind of reminds me of my homeland, Canada. Maybe it could also be because I really like the anime then. I know some people said they got out of Pokemon during that time, but I like stayed with it throughout that time and I thought they did a really good job with it, bringing in contests and introducing it and all the other new things. Like, I don't know, I just love Hoenn. Which Pokemon games do you own? Well, let me go get my case. Okay, so in my 3DS I have Pokemon Omega Ruby. I got my brother Alpha Sapphire because we used to do that all the time, and I got it for him for his Christmas gift because we used to do it all the time as we were kids. Like, you know, I'd get one version, he'd get the opposite version, so I thought it'd be cute to bring that back in Christmas time of the recent years. So I got Omega Ruby for myself because when the originals were out, when they first came out, I got Ruby, he got Sapphire. He also got Emerald after that one came out too, but since they didn't really have an Emerald one, I got him a Sapphire one. So I have Omega Ruby. And if these are just the games I have right now, I was an idiot. I got out of Pokemon in high school and I sold my games. So I don't have every single one I owned in the past right now, but the ones I have. So I know this is irrelevant, but I still own my Game Boy Advance SP. It's in the Shrek colors because the Shrek game came with it. But this was like a brilliant thing. Like, it's a step up from this to this because the screen light up button here, and it was just needed because I used to have an attachment on top of here just to have light so I could see better at night, or even just like in general, because in winter time it would be really dark and you could barely see your screen. So this was a step up for everyone, I think. So I'm going no specific order, but I'm just going to what I take out first. So I have Pokemon White, I have Pokemon Chozi, if that counts. I have Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Diamond, and my brother had Pearl, so I don't really have that one with me, but he had Pearl. And then here's Soul Silver. Now these are just like the DS games. I don't own X or Y because I never got to it. I'm still trying to get myself right now actually, but I used to own Yellow, Red, and Blue, like the originals. And like I said before too, I own Ruby. I also owned Leaf Green, Fire Red, like those two. Like I said, my brother switched off of those. We also had the original Johto games, like, you know, the Silver, Gold, and Crystal. I never defeated a game actually. I just played it for the Pokemon part. I'm not competitive like my brother was, but I just liked it at the time, and now I'm getting more competitive. So, and if you're talking also about the Wii games and the GameCube, I also used to own XD Gale of Darkness, but I lent it to one of my friends when I was in elementary school, and she brought on her trip because they brought their GameCube along, or Wii, I forget which one now, but she wanted it, so I gave it to her, and I haven't seen her or the game since. I also own Pokemon Coliseum for the N64 and also Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube. And also, I believe me and my brother owned Pokemon Snap for a while. We never got Hey You Pikachu, but we got Pokemon Snap because I remember playing a picture like game with Pokemon. Question number 4. In the games, which gender do you normally play as? Well, considering female wasn't introduced until like Hoenn really, I was male until then because I had to be. But from then on, I am my own certain gender, which is female. Question number 5, do you watch the anime? I do. I'm catching up actually because the television channel that I'm watching it with, at 3:30 every day they play a new episode of Pokemon, which is actually now in the Battle Frontier of the Advanced Generation part of it. So I'm catching up slowly. I've already watched a bunch of those episodes because I loved Hoenn, but I'm sticking with this time slot. They also have a 12:30 one on Saturdays, but I'm usually going out grocery shopping at that time. So I'm sticking with the 3:30 one on this certain channel, and I'm working my way up, and I've watched almost every single bit of Sinnoh as well. I just lost touch of Black and White because of the whole first episode with the 5-level Snivy and Pikachu incident. I'm like, I get it. His electricity attacks weren't as effective, but still, he could have Iron Tail, Quick Attack. It just blew it off for me, and I never watched it since. But I've watched a few key episodes here and there because I like reading the fan fiction of Pokemon. Question number 6, how many is seen in the Pokedex of your latest game? So that'd be Omega Ruby, and let's check if my thing would turn on. I feel like they go slower every time they make a new step up. And thank God, no update. I seriously had to like update my 3DS a bunch of times just to play the game once. It was so annoying. Okay, so I'm just gonna do with those two. So seen is the first one. Okay, number seen would be 104 and number caught is 58. And I'm almost able to defeat Winona. I'm training for it right now, so I'm at the 6th gym leader, which is pretty good, I'd say, because I already have one legendary Pokemon because of the whole Laios and Laios thing, which I find to be really weird. You just get it, because I remember before I had to work my butt off to get it. But that tells us about the Pokedex ones. Number 8, do you even like Pokemon? I think I do. I hope I do. Question number 9, do you own the trading cards? I used to be obsessed with collecting them, but I don't play it or collect them anymore, sadly. Number 10 is, if you have trading cards, do you play the game or just collect? If I were to do it right now, it'd be just collecting, most likely. Number 11, do you draw Pokemon? Just look. If you can guess what that Pokemon is, comment below. And if you get it right, I'll give you a cookie. If you say they have bad, I'm gonna want to beat you in every single contest. And if you get that, I freaking love you. Number 12, what is your favorite Pokemon? I would definitely have to say, I don't know actually, I have a bunch. Like, there's moments when I'm like, oh yeah, Lugia, or like, oh yeah, Pikachu, or like, even like, oh yeah, Meowth. Like, I mean, like, come on. I go through phases. I mean, like, right now, it'd have to be Typhlosion, because I'm going back to my old Johto ways, and Question number 13, what is your second favorite? Like I said, I go through phases, and my last phase before his Typhlosion was Mew. So number 14, what is your favorite legendary? Oh my god, I don't even know myself really, because legendaries can go a long way. I mean, like the recent movie I watched was, like just recently watched just for pure pleasure, was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, and I'm still up and all about Mew right now, so Mew would have to be my favorite legendary. Number 15 was your second favorite legendary type. I don't know, I keep on looking at my poster there, which is Pokemon the Movie 2000, The Power of One, so I'm going to say Lugia since he was like the whole base god one there. Do you know what number 493 in the National Dex is? It's Arceus. I only know this because it's like the god of all Pokemon, and I only remember that one except for like the very first Pokemon, the very last one. Like, it's really weird. Number 17, would you rather have a Meowth or a Growlithe? I would love to have a Growlithe, mainly because I like love fire types, and also because too I own a dog, so it's a mix of both, and they're just so cute. Number 18, do any of your relatives play Pokemon? If you count my brother, then yes, but if not, no one else. I have a very small family too, so that could be why. Number 19, how often do you think about Pokemon? Almost about every single second of every single day. Number 20, do you hide the fact that you like Pokemon from your real life friends? No, I mean like I said, I have a poster in my room, so once one of them comes over, they automatically know if they don't already. Number 21, what pets do you have that resemble Pokemon? Okay, my dog, she is a German Shepherd part Husky, and she's very defensive of like my whole family and I, in a way. So I always think of her as an Umbreon because mainly in the XD Gale of Darkness, the Umbreon is more defensive and the Espeon is more physical. So I always think of her as an Umbreon because of that reason. What Pokemon do you hate the most? I don't hate anything or anyone, and this includes into Pokemon. I mean, like, some of the designs, I'm like, okay, what was going through their minds, but I don't hate it. Which evolution do you like the best? I am a sucker for Glaceon, mainly because it's really pretty, but in the older ones, like when I only had the 3 choices from Flareon, Jolteon, or Vaporeon, I would always choose Jolteon because I love the design. But Glaceon for the whole new evolutions. I'm not a big fan of Sylveon right now, actually. I don't get the whole fairy type thing, so I'm learning. Which Castorum form is the best? I really like the sunny one, actually. It's so cute, and the little buds around it kind of reminds me of like a flower in a way, yet it's not like the grass one. I don't get it. Number 25, which Deoxys form is the best? I really like the defense one, mainly because too I like how it actually looks like a defensive one, not just like a weird design says it's a certain thing. Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres? I'm going to go with Articuno. I love it. Lugia or Ho-Oh? I'm always going to be a Lugia, mainly because of the game I got and when the Johto came out first. So Lugia is always going to be my favorite. And now, which 2 people will you tag? Anyone who decides to do it, really. I don't know. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like it up and subscribe because it makes me super happy. So I will see you guys next week, and hopefully I will see you guys every week for the rest of our lives. Bye now.